I am so excited to welcome these two heavy hitters to the stage. First up, he's a 17-year veteran, NFL quarterback and beloved Philadelphia Eagle legend. He led the Birds to the 1980 NFC title, earning league MVP honors along the way.
Go Birds!
AKA Jaws, AKA the Polish Rifle, Mr. Jaworski.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, baby. Next up, he spent 13 seasons as one of the league's most punishing running backs. Your 1993 Rookie of the Year, your 2001 Walter Payton Man of the Year, Super Bowl 40 champion, and Pro Football Hall of Famer, the boss, Mr. Jerome Bettis. This is so awesome.
Right down.
Yes. Oh, are you kidding me?
How are you, sir? Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to think. You guys are there, I think. You here? I think I'm here. Do you guys mind sharing the couch?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
We shared the couch at ESPN for a lot of years, Bus.
How long were you guys together at ESPN?
Oh, wow, maybe 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
Your number of shows at ESPN, we kept very busy.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Plus, when I was a young kid growing up, I used to watch Bus a lot. So no.
So, it's funny you bring that up because my favorite player growing up, and I know you've seen this before, but the Browns left in '96, and I had to choose another team. And much to the chagrin of all of my friends, everybody in the area, I became a Steelers fan because you were my favorite player. Yeah. Anyways, it's an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
This is like a full circle moment for me. And I got to ask, what do you think of the season that Saquon Barkley's having? As a former running back, Hall of Famer, what do you think of this?
Amazing season. The only issue I have is at the end of the season, he had an opportunity to do something that is so rare, right? Yeah. And I can understand, Saquon he's a team guy. But I think the choice, it should be his choice at the end of the day because it's such a huge moment. And
it's historic. It would have been the most historic thing to happen in the regular season.
And if you look at Mike Evans, right? And you see how the team responded to him getting over that 1,000-yard threshold, right? It wasn't just a single accomplishment. It was the whole team taking ownership, right? And so I felt that could have been a similar scenario for Saquon because the team now, they're going about trying to get it because it's not just his
stat. It's his record.
It's the team.
Especially the offensive line. That would have been something they would have been able to share.
Plus, you neglected the offensive line.
Hey.
That's the key. Now, in fact, in preparation for the Commanders, in the first 2 games against the Commanders, Saquon had run for 296 yards.
Yeah.
241 of those yards were before he even got touched. I could have run for 240.
No.
Hey, maybe he ran for far one.
He's special, but he's a special running back. Big fan of his.
And what, Jaws, you played quarterback for a long time in the league. What do you think of Jalen Hurts? And it's been a lot of criticism, but at the end of the day, he finds himself back in the Super Bowl. What do you think about the season?
It's really simple. The quarterback's job is to win.
Yeah.
The head coach's job is to win.
Yeah.
Both those guys doing a phenomenal job. I just don't understand the critics.
Do you have anything? What do you think's been the most impressive thing about this team in particular, Charles?
Consistency. Yeah. They have not played a bad quarter of football in a long time because defense is playing terrific, number one. Yeah. Running the football, throwing the football. Yeah, Jake Elliott's missed a couple of kicks, but I'm expecting him to pick that up. That's why I got to really search to find something negative.
You know how good of a golfer he is. He's got to get this turned around.
For me, I love how they don't turn the football over. They don't beat themselves, right? I mean, they play a style of football that takes you back years and years to when I played, right? They
want good defense,
play great defense, run the ball.
Don't turn it over.
Don't turn it over, right?
Novel idea.
Force the other team to beat you. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely. Well, back to Saquon a little bit. Very different style running back than you.
Yeah.
I didn't know this even. You moved to tailback your junior year at Notre Dame. You become the offensive rookie of the year. Your first year in the NFL.
Well, it was a scary proposition because I didn't start playing football until my freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
And even then, I didn't play running back. I didn't play running back until my junior year of high school. Mm-hmm. And so here I am playing fullback 2 years. I go to Notre Dame, and I'm only playing fullback there for 2 years. And Coach Holt says, Jerome, the only way we're going to lose, and he's like, he says, the only way we lose, we're going to play Air Force, is if we turn the football over.
Yes.
And 2 of the tailbacks got hurt. So he says, you're playing tailback. And I'm like, Coach, I'm just learning how to play fullback.
Yeah,
and he was like, no, you're playing tailback. I was like, I don't know it. He says, well, the beautiful part is you're going to learn.
Yeah.
You got a week to learn. So I played tailback that one game.
Yes.
And from that game, the NFL coaches saw that I could play tailback.
That one
in that one.
What'd you end up with again?
I had like 140 yards. And
that'll get some attention.
Yeah, it was not, so, and then I went to the combine and pro day ran like a 4.52 at 250 pounds. So then they were like, okay, you can play tailback. And so I changed, but didn't know anything about playing tailback.
Sure.
So it was my first year. I had a separated shoulder. I had a golf ball size knot on my hip. I had a sternum that was bruised because I was playing fullback at tailback. I was trying to hit everybody, everything that moved.
I remember listening to you growing up, and you would be in the open field and actually look.
Right, look,
I'm gonna instead of going to this open space, I'm running at this dude.
And they finally had to sit me down and say, hey, run to daylight. Run to daylight.
Get out of bounds.
Right, they're like, run to daylight. I'm like, oh, okay. So it was a big transition. So I didn't think that my career would end up the way it did because I had no intentions on even playing tailback. So crazy.
Well, flash forward to the end of your career. I called it quits after the wild card loss last year. You famously almost called it quits at the end of your AFC Championship game. You came back and you ended up winning the Super Bowl. What was it like? I mean, what convinced you to stick around?
Well, for me, it was really funny. I actually retired. So we lost to the Patriots, and we all know the pretty boy, Tom Brady, which incredible player.
Damn good quarterback.
No. Incredible football player and incredible winner. Beat us in the AFC Championship game, and I'm saying to myself, all right, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah.
Just so happens, though, I get a call from the NFL, and they say, you were the first alternate for the Pro Bowl, so we want you to go. So, again, like a good husband, I check with my wife first, right? And I say, she says, wait, if you really want to retire, this would be a great way to go out, right?
Yeah.
And so I go to the Pro Bowl and just didn't know that it was, 8 teammates and the coaching staff and ownership. Everybody was there. We had a Steeler luau, and one of the guys from Detroit, he came to me and said, it's going to be a shame, man. We're going to go to the Super Bowl in our hometown, and you're not going to be there. And I was like,
It was that simple.
What? Yeah, you're not going to miss me. I was like, I'm going to be a streaker there or something. I am getting on the field some kind of way.
Streaking down in New Orleans. That might be my calling.
I don't want to see that.
Nobody wants to see that. We've seen enough of that. Josh, you were actually down in New Orleans last time the Eagles were down there playing for Super Bowl, right?
Correct.
Yeah. What was it like? What can fans expect? I mean, what's it like having a Super Bowl down there? What was it like for you guys?
I've said it, no matter where the game is, the game should always be played in New Orleans. I think it is a great city for the Super Bowl. Everything is centrally located. It's Bourbon Street. It's the hotels. It's the restaurants. It's anything you could want. The stadium's close to downtown. Now, unfortunately for us, we went down. We lost.
Yeah.
We lost the Super Bowl 15.
Right.
But the experience was still tremendous.
Yeah.
Tremendous. I think the New Orleans embrace it. The Eagle fans will be dominating the city. They dominated in 1980 when we went down. They'll dominate the city. You'll hear it everywhere you go. And I think we'll dominate the game as well.
There we go! Would you change anything up in your preparation? I know Dick Vermeil had you guys prepare.
Well, we got to the Super Bowl because we were a hardworking football team. We always said we weren't the most talented. We had a tremendous football coach, but we had a work ethic that we felt was second to none.
Yeah.
In fact, after we beat Dallas for the NFC Championship, always get that beat Dallas plug in us when we're in Philly.
Let's bring it back.
So we were off on Monday after the game. We came back Tuesday for two-a-days.
No,
2 days.
2 days.
We're going to the Super Bowl. We're practicing twice a day.
That's aggressive. All right.
So, yeah. So, but we didn't bitch because we felt that's why we got to that situation. But after we lost the game, of course, then media worked us too hard and blah, blah, blah. And they make excuses. We didn't make excuses. Yeah. We got to the game because we worked our ass off. Yep. We just didn't have our best stuff on Super Bowl Sunday. It's that simple. We had beaten them in the regular season. They were better on that given Sunday, and you move on. But we got to the game because of Dick Vermeil's work ethic and our team's dedication to that work ethic.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. All right.